They step out of the spotlight, remove the glamorous mask, shed the elegant attire, and finally are left alone. Have you ever wondered who the narcissist truly is behind the charming, confident, even arrogant facade? When there's no audience around, no one to praise or admire them, what do they do, think and feel? The inner world of a narcissist is a dark and twisted labyrinth. There, bizarre behaviors, distorted thoughts, and turbulent emotions intertwine, creating a frightening psychological picture that few can imagine. Join us on a journey to explore 9 disgusting things narcissists often do when they are alone. This is your chance to lift the veil of secrecy, see through the perfect facade, and gain a deeper understanding of the true nature of those trapped within their own inflated egos. Brace yourself, because what you're about to learn may shock and even disgust you. Watch until the end of the video to discover the one thing they certainly don't do. If you find this video helpful, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to support the channel. Your interaction is the best way to help the channel grow. The narcissists are like creatures living in a vacuum, constantly craving the only oxygen that can sustain them, admiration and praise from others. Supply is their lifeline, the dose of mental sustenance that helps them maintain their fragile ego and their delusional sense of power. Like a diver who cannot live without an oxygen tank, narcissists are obsessed with controlling their supply, constantly seeking, manipulating and exploiting others to satisfy their bottom list for admiration. Imagine if the oxygen supply were cut off, how panicked and desperate the diver would be. Narcissists fall into a similar state when lacking supply. Feelings of insecurity, worthlessness, and vulnerability overwhelm them, plunging them into the abyss of self-doubt and shame. It is because of this terrible fear that they become selfish, manipulative, and ruthless, willing to do anything to maintain the flow of oxygen to their inflated ego. Firstly, narcissists will dive into the world of social media and hunt for new sources of narcissistic supply. They will turn to the virtual world, a place where they can freely roam without being bound by moral codes or social responsibilities. Social media becomes a tempting playground where they can wear new masks, hunt for prey, and satisfy their insatiable thirst for supply. Psychological studies have shown that narcissists tend to use social media in a pathological way to satisfy their need for self-aggrandizement. They meticulously construct an ideal online image, embellishing their lives with fake successes, luxury goods, and glamorous relationships. Each complimentary comment is like a stimulating dose of dopamine, making them indulge in the illusion of perfection and power. They wander the web, spreading sweet flirtations, empty compliments, even provocative images to attract attention. They may engage in pointless arguments, initiate keyboard battles just to feel the excitement of being the center of attention. This phenomenon is explained by the self-determination theory, which states that humans have 3 basic psychological needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. In narcissists, the need for relatedness is often distorted. Instead of seeking genuine connection, they crave admiration and praise to compensate for the inner emptiness and insecurity. Social media, with its wide reach and anonymity, inadvertently becomes fertile ground for these narcissistic behaviors to flourish. Secondly, returning to seek new sources of supply. When online romantic adventures are no longer enough to satisfy their thirst for supply, narcissists will quietly retreat, returning to familiar promised lands where they know they will be welcomed with open arms and unconditional forgiveness. Like an old wolf returning to its den after a tiring hunt, they seek out easy prey, those still trapped in the toxic love web they have carefully woven. Ex-lovers, with hearts still full of wounds, often become ideal targets for the manipulator's return. They long to be loved, to be healed, and the narcissist, with their masterful ability to transform, will easily exploit this to draw them back into the old vortex. Sweet promises and fake gestures of concern will be deployed like anesthetics, lulling reason and awakening fragile hopes in the prey. Especially in the distorted world of the male narcissist, the mother often plays a crucial role, both as a victim and an accomplice in this sick game of love. The mother, with her blind love and unconditional sacrifice, has inadvertently created a safe haven for her narcissistic son, where he can shed all masks, revealing his selfish, domineering nature without fear of judgment or rejection. The mother becomes an eternal source of supply, providing him with admiration, comfort, and a false sense of omnipotence, causing him to sink deeper into the narcissistic vortex, unable to escape and unwilling to do so. Self-praise. In the narcissist's world, they are the center of the universe. Every moment that passes, they spend most of their time admiring their own image, exaggerating even the smallest achievements, and indulging in delusions of their superiority over others. When alone, they lull themselves to sleep with grandiose dreams of ultimate success, for example, imagining themselves receiving a prestigious award, standing on a podium with thousands of fans chanting their name. Or they revel in past triumphs, even if it's just something as trivial as getting a good parking spot or winning a petty argument. But in their minds, these are magnified into glorious victories. Their craving for admiration and recognition is so intense that they cannot bear the silence of solitude. They reach out to others through messages or phone calls to boast about themselves, such as bragging about a new purchase, a luxurious trip, or even completing a mundane task. And of course, they crave praise from their listeners. It seems that only the adulation of others can fill the endless void in the rare souls, a void created by their own inflated self-importance. They invade your personal space. The respect for personal boundaries seems to be a foreign concept to them. The intrusion into your privacy happens frequently, as if it were a matter of course and knows no bounds. They don't hesitate to rummage through your most personal belongings, those things that hold your deepest secrets, your private thoughts that you cherish. Your diary, where you pour out your heart and soul, also becomes a target of their scrutiny, laid bare for them to see. Their purpose is nothing less than to exploit your emotions and vulnerabilities, turning them into weapons to manipulate and control you. On not stopping at mere curiosity, if their narcissistic nature takes a toxic turn, they may go further with blatant acts of violation. Money, jewelry, your valuables could mysteriously disappear. They might even damage items with sentimental value to you, like favorite clothes or cherished gifts. When you confront them with the harsh reality, they won't acknowledge their actions. Instead, with masterful manipulation, they will deny everything, sowing seeds of doubt in your mind, making you lose faith in yourself, even blaming yourself for being too sensitive or paranoid. They are scheming and calculating. Behind the facade of glamour and confidence, the narcissist's mind is an arena of intrigue and manipulation. When alone, they immerse themselves in elaborate plans, like a spider weaving its web, to manipulate and control those around them. They meticulously analyze the weaknesses of each person, turning them into pawns to achieve their own ends. Those who dare to oppose or damage their image are blacklisted, and ruthless revenge plots are hatched, awaiting the opportune moment. Every situation is carefully calculated to attract attention, admiration, and consolidate power. A seemingly simple party becomes a stage for them to showcase themselves. They invest time and effort in preparing their attire, practicing how to behave in order to stand out. They steer conversations in their favor, boasting of their achievements and talents, even going so far as to create dramatic situations to become the center of attention. Their cunning is also evident in their ability to smear the reputation of others. With eloquence and a talent for distorting the truth, they spread lies, cleverly divide relationships, and manipulate those around them. They revel in seeing others hurt and discredited. By undermining others, they strengthen their own position and satisfy their thirst for power. Truth and loyalty become meaningless in the face of their ambition to manipulate and control. They turn to stimulants. Stark truth is, they seek fleeting pleasures to fill the void within their souls. Alcohol, drugs, and virtual images on screens, all are mere anesthetics, allowing them to escape reality where vulnerabilities and insecurities lurk. This is why true intimacy with you becomes a distant notion, because in that virtual world they can freely indulge in fantasies of perfect intimacy, painted with illusions and desires. Unburdened by responsibility, free from the complexities of genuine emotions, they have absolute control. Their false self is nurtured by artificial stimuli, things that reality cannot offer. They avoid vulnerability, evade confronting their true selves. Gazing at the screen, they don't have to reveal weaknesses, face judgment, or risk rejection. There's only instant gratification and a sense of absolute control. In a state of intoxication or under the influence, they might reach out to you. Their words may be sweet as honey or sharp as a knife. But whatever they may be, it's just a way for them to unload the turbulent emotions within, to avoid the truth about themselves, and to continue to wallow in their own illusion. There's a truth that narcissists constantly try to evade, confronting the stark reality and the shame that gnaws at their soul. They construct a glamorous facade, but within lies a vast emptiness, riddled with insecurities and wounds. They fear the truth, fear having to truly acknowledge themselves, so they spend most of their time seeking fleeting pleasures, false praise, anything that can help them temporarily forget that daunting reality. They run from themselves, run from the negative emotions they dare not face. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We hope the information we shared will be helpful to you. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video helpful. Leave a comment below to share your thoughts, and hit the subscribe button along with the bell icon to not miss our next videos. See you in the upcoming videos.